Hey, what's going on everyone? BoHD here, and we wanted to make a follow-up video to the Lumia 950 speed test and benchmarks video we uploaded not too long ago here. This time comparing the Lumia 950 against the iPhone 6s Plus and Google Nexus 6P to see how it compares to the top Android and top iOS devices. So the first and only benchmark we ran on each device was Antutu. So Antutu was the only benchmark app available for each platform. Since iOS, Android, and Windows Phone each have their own app store with their own apps, it did limit our ability to accurately test each device, as each app is not necessarily available on each platform. Antutu is available on each platform, however, the Windows Phone version is in serious need of an update, where the Nexus 6P and iPhone 6s Plus are running Antutu version 6.0, the Lumia 950 is running version 0.8.0 beta. So keep that in mind when you see the scores, as they are not all on the same playing field. We do have a real world test that we will run after this benchmark that will test each device on the same playing field. With that said, the iPhone 6s Plus knocked this test out of the water with a score of 133,574. The second place winner was Nexus 6P with a score of 87,414. And in third place, we have the Microsoft Lumia 950 with a score of 24,321. Once again, scores will vary, so keep that in mind. For additional benchmark tests, check the description. We do have a bunch more for each device that you can view if you so desire. The next test we ran was a real-world performance test. This is always a fun test for myself to test the performance of a device, and while it's not very scientific, it can be fairly accurate, I would say, more so than benchmarks. Here's how the test works. The test consists of opening a series of applications and using the timer on each device to see how long it took each device to perform the test. We did perform the test on each smartphone several times. The test you are viewing is the rough average score, or in this case, the rough average time. The apps used in sequence were the native clock, camera, photos, and settings app. Then we booted up Hill Climb Racing, Crossy Road, and Asphalt 8 to test how long each device took to load each game. Then we proceeded to open up a handful of other apps that were available on each platform, such as Microsoft Word, Pandora, Netflix, and Instagram. We then used each native browser to navigate to phonedog.com, and finally we went to each app store, waited for content to load before pausing the stopwatch. The iPhone 6s Plus is equipped with the latest Apple A9 processor with 2GB of RAM, while the Nexus 6P and the Lumia 950 are packing the Qualcomm Snapdragon 810 octa-core processor, each with 3GB of RAM. But the results for this real-world performance test were incredibly surprising. You may remember we ran a similar test with the Nexus 6P and iPhone 6s Plus, which included a ton of Google apps. In that test, the Nexus 6P beat the iPhone 6s Plus unanimously. However, in this test, things were different. The iPhone 6s Plus received a time of about 48 seconds, finishing in first place. The Lumia 950 finished in second place, believe it or not, with a score of 1 minute and 56 seconds, while the Nexus 6P finished in third place with a score of 2 minutes and 17 seconds. So considering the Nexus 6P beat the iPhone 6s Plus when running a majority of Google apps, it goes to show you how many factors are influencing your everyday usage of a device. For example, if you run a lot of Google apps, you may be better off purchasing a Nexus device over any other device. But the iPhone 6s Plus did a fantastic job here. I do want to give a shout out to the Lumia 950 for competing surprisingly well in this test. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, maybe subscribe if you're brand new. Once again, links to watch additional speed test comparison videos starring these devices will be in the description. As always, I'm BoHD, and I will see you right back here in the next one. See ya.